All right, Nick, let's talk about the Green Bay Packers. This is a team, I would say, probably a rough start to the season, but over the last month or so, this team has been on the rise, and Jordan Love has looked like the guy that we thought that he was going to be earlier in this season. Maybe it just took him a little bit time around to turn it around. We all know he's essentially kind of like a rookie. This is his first full-time playing time. So just needed a few games to get himself in gear. But these last 4 games have been impressive, and I or you am not the only ones that have noticed. Some important people on his team have noticed that as well. Let's get into the article and talk about it on the other side. This is from The Score. It says, Green Bay Packers head coach Matt LaFleur praised quarterback Jordan Love recent ability to command the offense after their team's 29-22 victory over the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving. He says, I think it's night and day, LaFleur said, of Love's play over the last month compared to earlier in the season. According to Rob Demovsky of ESPN, after a rocky beginning to the first campaign as the Packers starter, Love's recent play has turned their season around. Green Bay has won 3 of his last 4 games, improving its record to 5-6 after a 2-5 start. During those 4 games, Love totaled 1,164 yards, 8 touchdowns, and only 2 turnovers. When spoken to Christian Watson, he said, in my eyes, I think we've seen enough. Watson said post-game Thursday, assessing Love's potential future as the franchise quarterback. We know what he's capable of, and for him, he's going to keep on getting better, keep on climbing, and keep on getting even more comfortable back there. And we're going to keep on getting better around him as well. We're going to keep coming up as a team, and it's going to make all of us better. Now, Nick, this seems really good, and, people talk all the time as well, and that's all well and good, but if the numbers don't back up what we're talking about, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but the numbers do back it up. Starting off those first 7-8 games of the season, Jordan Love's highest PFF grade is a 63, 64. Now, in this last stretch of 4 games, he's hit over 80 PFF grades twice, 74, 83, 65, and an 86.6, his most recent game versus the Detroit Lions, who are a very good team. So I think Jordan Love really has kind of turned things around, maybe starting to figure out this LaFleur-based offense. I think the Packers are on the up and up, Nick. I want to know what your thoughts are on this one. But Packers fans, you just had your game on Thursday, so we go ahead and jump ahead, another week or so, and ask your fans in the comments below, what do you think the score to the December 3rd game versus Kansas City Chiefs is going to be in the comment section below? But Nick, what do you think about Love and the Packers?
I think the thing that just jumped out to me when I look at Jordan Love and look, the metrics back it up, the stats back it up, of course, the wins back it up. But when you watch him play, I tell you what, he looks very Aaron Rodgers-ish, little Patrick Mahomes-ish, Josh Allen-ish, in which case he is making plays off balance, off schedule, throwing the football into tight windows for big-time completions during big-time moments. And that is what you need from the quarterback position in today's NFL. You need a guy who can create things off schedule, a guy who can make big plays when under pressure. The Tom Brady era, the Drew Brees era, the Peyton Manning era is over, when it was all about sitting in the pocket, reading the defense quickly, getting the ball to your hands to the right read as quickly and as effectively as possible. In today's NFL, it's all about, can you create those plays, those throws, those scrambles, whatever they may be, in ways that the defense doesn't have an adjustment for, where the defense can get pressure, where they can have a right coverage call, but it's still a big time completion just because of sheer physical talent along with smarts reading the defense. The quarterback's able to make the play. That's what Mahomes can do. That's what Josh Allen can do. It looks like that's what Jordan Love can do, and that's the most exciting thing to me. Look, there's a lot of football left to be played this season. The Packers are very clearly in the playoff hunt. But when you talk about the future of teams, especially in the NFC North, look, right now the Minnesota Vikings, they're a feel-good story, but really don't know what's going to happen beyond this year, especially at the quarterback position. We have no idea what's going on in Chicago right now. The Lions, look, they have Jared Goff. Jared Goff at times is really good, but the last couple of weeks, Jared Goff has looked really bad. The future for the Lions is kind of a question mark at the quarterback position. If you look at the one team in the entire NFC North right now that's situated perfectly for the future, it's the Green Bay Packers with Jordan Love. And on top of that, they're going to have $20 million of cap space going to next offseason, plus an additional second-round draft pick. It'll most likely stay a second-round draft pick from the Aaron Rodgers trade. There was some contingencies in there where if Rodgers played 65% or more of the snaps, it would become a first. Obviously, with Rodgers' injury in New York, that doesn't look like that will happen, but still more additional draft capital for this Packers football team. And right now, this is a lot of momentum and energy behind Jordan Love. An important thing to remember, as I'm sure Packers fans will remember, Aaron Rodgers' first performance is his first starting season. They went 6-10. It wasn't all easy going. It wasn't a lot of wins right out the get go. It took a little while. Brett Favre battled through some 9-7s, through a lot of 4 interception games early in his career before he really got going in the mid 1990s for the Green Bay Packers. So look, if past is any indication of the future, Jordan Love is right on track, maybe even ahead of schedule for being a franchise quarterback. And what we saw against the Detroit Lions in Detroit with the injuries the Packers have was the most impressive performance I've seen out of any young quarterback at all this season. He is really stepping up his game.